Ladies and gentlemen, Psalm 69 verses 20 to 22 says, "Reproach has broken my heart. I am full of heaviness. I looked for some to take pity, but there is none. For comforters I found none. They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been in their welfare, let it be a trap." This is obviously someone who is being oppressed, someone who is being vilified. Now, whether rightfully or not for their actions, the person is saying, "Let retribution go unto those who are unrighteously bringing forth condemnation." Everything in life has a cause and it has an effect. There's the law that says to every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. In Eastern philosophy, we talk about the yin and the yang. What you put out there, that is what will return back to you. So it's always good to put out good out there instead of putting out evil. In some shape or form, it will come back at you. So it's better you put out good. Let's get into today's topic, and it has to do with a rebuttal. So I saw this meme on social media, and I decided to discuss it. As you can see, it is put out by DC Fans United, and it's particularly a certain person of that group put this meme out. And he shows that in BVS, Batman defeats Superman and takes down dozens of armed henchmen by himself. Sounds impressive. He's choked by Superman, he's shoved by Diana, and he's thrown by parademons in Justice League. So I decided, you know what, let me give a rebuttal to that meme. And instead of me going on and on and on, I just decided to make one. So I made a meme to rebut that meme. And therefore, it has a big butt in the middle. And in BVS, we realized that Batman ran from Doomsday and was beaten by a parademon. However, in Justice League, we see that he stood up to Steppenwolf, who was attacking him, Superman, who had him by the neck, Wonder Woman, who pushed him, and Aquaman. He did not back down. Not one moment did Batman back down from any of them. He didn't plead for mercy. He didn't beg. No, he stood his ground. He maintained his position. He even berated Wonder Woman for her decision not to lead. He joked with Aquaman after Aquaman had body slammed him. And he stood watching at Superman straight in his face as Superman is about to either crush it in or snap his neck. Okay? Comes face to face with Steppenwolf. He doesn't run this time. No. He just says he's tall. He's obviously afraid of Steppenwolf still. But he stands his ground. Not that he had a choice, because he couldn't run anywhere anyway. The other thing I noticed was he caught a parademon in the beginning of Justice League, and he beat down several parademons in hand-to-hand combat, as well as using his tools and vehicles and guns and stuff. I remember at the end of the movie, he actually took a gun from a parademon and shot it down and started shooting down multiple parademons. That's why he was protecting Cyborg while Flash was off running, trying to save some people. So for those people, and in fact, I remember in the face of death again, he was in the face of death a number of times in this movie, where the parademons overwhelming him. There's a ton of parademons coming down on him. He looks at them defiantly and calls them sons of, And I'm just saying, it shows the mental metal of Batman. He's outgunned, outpowered, outmanned, all of these beings are stronger than him physically. He's in peak human physical condition, but all of these beings he's going up against in Justice League, they're stronger than him, they're faster than him, they're better than him in almost every aspect except the mental aspect. The thing that makes Batman what he is his mental. I remember in Batman and Superman, when he went up to Apocalypse and he's facing off against Darkseid, and he's basically bluffing him. He's bluffing him with the Hellspores. And Darkseid's like, "I like you. You're not like them. You got no limits. You will go to the nth degree to get what you need. And so he respected Batman for his mental. It wasn't, he could have squashed Batman, but Batman, it wasn't about strength and power at that point, or Omega beams. It was, okay, if you take me out, I take out your world. I take out Apocalypse, right? Not that it would have done anything, because Apocalypse is a hell place anyway. But the point is, he was bluffing. And Darkseid admired the fact that he was willing to bluff all the way to the end. Not that he would have destroyed Darkseid. He wouldn't have destroyed Darkseid, but he would have definitely blown up the entire of Apocalypse. So, seeing that that is how Batman is, we can see how consistent Batman is. If you look at BVS, I'm just going to go deeper into Batman's psychology a little bit. He was determined. He was determined to stop Superman. When he's going after Martha to save her, he is determined to save Martha. The thing about Batman that makes him Batman is the fact that Batman is a very determined guy. It's almost like, since his parents' death, he does not want that to happen ever again. He fails on a number of occasions in being so determined. I mean, he failed with the Joker. He failed with so many other people. But the point is, he does not quit on being determined. He will try his hardest. He will give his all. He doesn't really care too much about the people he's going up against. He really has a kind of rage towards them. But for the most part, he is determined to succeed. I remember at the end of BVS where he said, I failed him in life, but I won't fail him in death. And he was like determined to ensure that Superman's legacy, what Superman stood for, he would protect with his life. And he was willing for Superman to kill him so that that would come to pass, because he believed that Superman was that hope beacon. So he brought back Superman. All of this to make sure he stopped the threat of Steppenwolf. And his rage and hate towards Steppenwolf and the aliens was seen. So where he had rage and hate towards Superman, who was an alien, now he channeled that hate and rage towards Steppenwolf and the aliens. He couldn't go one-on-one against Steppenwolf. That was not happening. So he knew he needed a team. And it's just amazing how this guy pretty much is very, very determined. Even when he knows, he tells Wonder Woman, because he's an old guy, he tells Wonder Woman, I can barely do it now, but Steppenwolf, that's the job. He's like, it doesn't matter though. Whether I can do it or not, we got to get this done. I remember he also sang in the movie, which I thought was just really awesome, where he said something to the effect of, I'm going to take out that tower and knock out that shield. You guys take on Steppenwolf. Don't wait for me. Just do the job. And it was like a job for him. It was like a mission for him. And he was like, get it done. Because that's Batman. Batman's a guy who's like, no, get it done. And there are a number of occasions where he didn't get it done, mind you. I remember against the Joker. I remember against a number of people where he failed. But he just, even if he fails, he shakes that off and he just keeps moving. Jason Todd died because of him. He suffered. He really went through a serious period of time where he lost it, but he came back and he started getting the job done again. My point is, when you look at Batman, a lot of people view Batman in a one-dimensional way, and Zack Snyder continually challenges you to look at the character in a deeper way.